Man, so let's go ahead and talk about these drones and some of the conspiracies it has brought out of people. Um, First, let's start off with this one. One has to be this one for me. They claim that the drones or the orbs from New Jersey are angels. Um, I think, yeah, there's like plenty of videos of this. I can't, let me see if I can find it. I found a clip here, and boom. So recently footage of drones over New Jersey has sparked comparisons to the Ophanim, the mysterious wheels within wheels described in Ezekiel 115 through 21. These drones glowing in these drones glowing in concentric patterns and moving in perfect synchronization resemble the biblical vision of angelic beings within spinning rims covered in eyes, embodying divine movement and order. While the drones are undoubtedly human made, their uncanny similarity to this ancient imagery raises intriguing questions. Um, okay, we got some more technology. These Technologically, these drones demonstrate advanced coordination of modern swarm technology, which uses algorithms to mimic seamlessly unified motion. This innovation, often used in the surveillance or military applications, invokes awe and unease, especially when it mirrors the deeply ingrained archetypes like Ezekiel's vision. Culturally, the resemblance highlights how modern creation can blur the lines between the technological and the spiritual, echoing ancient descriptions that once inspired reverence. Blah, blah, blah. The parallels invite speculation. Are such displays coincidental, or do they intentionally invoke archetypal? Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't say no more. Archetypal imagery to provoke awe and or fear, whether a reminder of ancient symbolism or a glimpse of humanity's ability to replicate the divine. The resemblance between these drones and the Orphanum underscores the enduring intersection of technology and spirituality and imagination. Wow, I read that last part horrible. Um, yeah. So there's this one, right? And so like let's read a little bit more deeper and to see if what these guys have. A luminous orb in the New Jersey sparks angelic and alien speculation. A glowing orb appeared in Lebanon Township, New Jersey, catching the attention of both residents and conspiracy theorists alike. Captured by the ABC News camera, the eerie sight is ignited a frenzy theory. So some claim that it's a drone, other whisper of UFOs, and a few believe it's something more divine. All right, so um, like something that does interest me. Some these guys filmed it, but what kind of cameras? Can't they get like a close up footage? I have yet to see like super nice close up footage of these drones. Personally, that's what this thing was like. Kind of threw me off guard for a second. I was like, wait, you guys from the ABC News camera were filming them, and your $1 million cameras can't zoom in for us here so we can get a nice clean look on it. um you know I don't know, man. Like, I have yet to see some clean footage of these things. I just want to see what they look like. um anyway, let's keep going. um could it be the angel Ophanim? For those leaning into the biblical lore, the orb's appearance is no coincidence. Maybe have linked into the Ophanim, one of the most awe-inspiring, fearsome angels described in the scripture. Known as the wheels of fire, Ophanim depicted as celestial beings that defy human understanding. Wheels within wheels, covered in eyes, and capable of infinite motion. That shit, I don't know. I always like once I saw the lore on like how these angels actually look, compared to what you've always told. It's so crazy. It's so crazy, the imagination. Like, there's so many like angels. It's just like I never knew about this stuff. This thing terrifies me when I heard it. I was like, what were they on? um but anyway, um where were we at? Despite the protective nature, the Ophanim's bizarre form is both revered and terrifying, embodying the divine power that shakes the very core of earthly comprehension. For believers, such an appearance could signal a divine message or a warning. But is truly heavenly, or is it just an ancient myth projected on modern mystery? That's yeah. Do not be afraid is correct, man. One of the more grounded and of Okay, on the more grounded end of the spectrum, some experts point out that increasing prevalence of drones in the U.S. airspace, particularly in areas like New Jersey, New York. Officials are investigating whether the orb could be a drone, perhaps linked to foreign governments like China or Iran, or even cover operations by local agencies like the Secret Service. So far, no concrete evidence has emerged to support the drone theory, but growing numbers of sightings have sparked calls for federal oversight and transparency. The glowing orb of New Jersey remains an unsolved puzzle. Yeah, man. You know, this is interesting, man, because that's what I think too. It's like, wait, why hasn't the government done anything? And I kind of I'm leaning towards the theory that this is like from another country just spying on us and stuff, and just like, seeing how far they can push this. And I feel like the only reason that the government's kind of like reflecting these questions, or like making it like seem like it's nothing at all, basically gaslighting us to a point, is because they don't want to show any weakness towards the other governments or the other countries, to show like, oh, we ain't phased by you, bro. Like, don't even like this ain't nothing to us. We can take it down if you want to, whatever. That's what I end up believing. You know. But another conspiracy theory that that's been on that's been on my radar here, is that they're saying it's Project Bluebeam. I don't know what Project Bluebeam is. Basically, it is so okay. So Project Bluebeam was created by Serge Monast. Hopefully I said that right. In the early 1990s, he started writing on the theme of the New World Order and the conspiracies hatched by secret societies. Being particularly inspired by the works of William Guy Carr, in 1994 he published Project Bluebeam, in which he detailed his claim that NASA, with the help of the United Nations, was created and was attempting to implement a new age religion with the Antichrist as its head, and start of a new world order via technology simulated technologically simulated second coming of Christ. He also gave talks on this topic. Find a better source. Okay, I don't know. Cartoonist Christopher Knowles noted the similarity of Project Bluebeam to the plots of Gene Roddenberry unproduced 1975 Star Trek screenplay The God Thing, in the 1991 Star Trek Next Generation episode Devil's Due. So this guy kind of based Project Bluebeam's plot off of Star Trek. That's funny. That's kind of funny. In 1995, he published his most detailed work, Les Protocoles de Toronto, 666, modeled upon the protocols of elders of Zion, wherein he said a Masonic group called 666 had for 20 years been gathering the world's powerful to establish new world order and control the minds of individuals. Ooh, MK Ultra. He died of a heart attack in his home in December 1996 at the age of 51. That's crazy. Copies of his work still circulate in the internet and have influenced such later conspiracy theories as American evangelical preacher Tex Mars. Project Bluebeam was also indirectly referenced in an episode of the hell yeah. I love American Dad. American Dad is dope. Is so dope. It's so dope. That's Project Bluebeam. Let me see. The way I'm thinking Project Bluebeam gets tied in with these drones is basically the drones are setting up so they can project the hologram of the second coming of Christ. But I feel like they're not gonna do it right now, because like I feel like we have like now where we're at in society, we have a short attention span. We'll forget things like that, right, and move on to the next thing, because everything is moving so fast right now that we're gonna forget about these drones. That they're gonna let it blow over, and next thing you know, boom. And so, yeah, man, that's I feel like that's how this timeline is about to go down, right? This multiverse. Um, let's jump into this. Let's see what they talk about real quick.
Mysterious conspiracy called Project Bluebeam. It's this idea that someday someone will fake a supernatural event. But the reason why they would do this is to cover up the second coming of Jesus. See, in this theory, Everything would lead up to the creation of a one-world religion. People will worship this beast that can perform signs and miracles. But as the nations willingly give themselves over to this beast, ultimately, it will lead them on a quest for self-destruction. These beings were actually called the Anunnaki by the ancient Sumerians. And you've probably heard about this topic 1,000 times, but we just call them aliens. What blows my mind is if you just read the Book of Enoch, you'll quickly realize that these Anunnaki, or aliens everyone keeps talking about, are referred to as fallen angels by Enoch the entire time. Now, how does this tie in with Project Bluebeam? Well, much like ancient Sumeria, there are beings coming down from the sky today, probably coming to bring us knowledge and understanding. You see, these aliens are actually angels, and we have understandably mistaken them to be extraterrestrials. Ladies and gentlemen, you have my deepest condolences, because we are at the very start of the end of the world.
All right, bud. All right. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. You can really like go under the radar nowadays because of the internet, right? Everyone's filming. Everyone has phones with great cameras on them, so everything is like can be on tape, even the most craziest ones.
It's a plane with the lights.
No, it's not.
No, it ain't.
No, it's
no
not.
plane.
No, there's no clouds.
Shh. Quiet.
That's
Look
a
at it.
UFO,
Look at it.
dude.
Look at it on the camera. It's like a dome.
That's a UFO.
Quiet.
What the fuck? Like literally,
Look
dude,
at that
that's
thing.
weird in the sky right there.
Dude,
Dude, are we watching a
Shut
falling
up,
or
shut
shooting
up.
star falling?
No, that's not moving quick enough. There's no tail. That's a UFO.
There's no blue or red
Look,
lights.
something's coming off.
What the fuck?
Whoa, bro.
It's coming
I've
right
never seen
here.
anything Like that.
It's like an aura coming off.
I've never seen anything like it.
I got my video right too. Y'all are gonna video this shit.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, this is nuts.
Look at
a
the
UFO.
glow around it.
Look how the light's going off in two
Oh,
sides,
look,
though.
look, it's moving. Look at the lights are moving around it. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's hovering.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I see that.
Look, it's going up. It's taking off. No fucking way.
What the?
What the fuck? It just went out to space.
What?
It just went out to space.
What the
It just
fuck?
went out to
What
space.
the fuck?
Holy
Oh my
shit.
god.
Hey guys, Vandenberg could have
Hey,
launched something.
as you were saying,
that could have been
as you were
Vandenberg.
saying, no alien.
No fucking way.
Bro, that thing
No.
just fucking disappeared.
That video was super cool, bro. I'm like, I don't know, man. It could either be CGI, maybe there was a rocket that day or something, but the way that thing blasted off, I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, and so to finish it off, let's check out some of the updates and like all the other news that's been coming out from these whole entire drone conspiracy gate thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it.
About DroneGate, right? All the arrests, the conspiracies, the calls for action, all the updates. Because there have been a ton of them, and as we talked about last week, reportedly there have been a ton of unidentified drones spotted at night flying all over New Jersey, as well as surrounding areas of Pennsylvania and New York. But we really don't know anything about where these alleged drones are coming from and what they're doing, despite widespread public outcry and demands for answers from state and local leaders. And this, as it's been reported that most of the drones seen in New Jersey, they seem to be much larger than what's typically available to hobbyists. Now with that, federal, state, and military officials have
Also, yeah, speaking of the size of the drones, I think one did like a crash, one crashed in also alarm, man. The video shows that it was actually an airplane that crashed into a highway in New Jersey. Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
repeatedly said that the drones do not pose a threat to safety or security, and they're not believed to be coming from a foreign actor. But then they also haven't been able to provide any answers. And since we last talked about it, the mystery's just deepened even more, with drone sightings expanding now to other states. Now, according to reports,
Ooh.
sightings being reported in Connecticut, Massachusetts, Virginia, California, and Ohio. And with that, there have been some notable disruptions and incidents, like, for example, Stewart Airfield north of New York City was forced to temporarily shut down its runways for about an hour last week due to drone activity. And this is an Air Force base in Ohio also closed off its airspace for several hours for the same reason. Then beyond that, 2 suspects were also arrested for hazardous drone operation near Logan Airport in Boston, and a Chinese citizen was placed under arrest for allegedly flying a drone and taking pictures of a Space Force base in California. Though I will say, very notably here,
Okay, that's wild. That last, bro, you already know, like, things are going on. That has to be a spy or something, because there's no way, bro. There's no way, bro. What, given the circumstances, how everyone's kind of freaking out at these drones, you decide to do that. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Police have not given any indication that either of these arrests are connected to any of the drone sightings around the country. And again, top officials maintain that there is no evidence that the broader DroneGate situation is the result of a foreign actor. And to that point, one thing I want to make very clear is that we do not know how or even if any of these events are tied together. Currently, there is no definitive way to say if the sightings in Ohio are connected to what's happening in New Jersey, especially as the drone activity that we've seen in Jersey is still seeming to happen at a scale and level of coordination that's not been seen in other places, which is also why we had officials from the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, and White House all giving press briefings specifically addressing the situation in New Jersey.
And this is what I want to see, because in reality, those drones are costing money. They're delaying flights, all that. That's money being wasted. And the government moves on money here. So it surprised me when I saw that they weren't really doing anything about it. I'm like, bro, I thought you guys were all about the dollar. I thought you guys were like Mr. Krabs.
With these, we've seen those officials saying that they have determined that the vast majority of the drone sightings, they're actually manned aircraft like helicopters and planes that are being operated legally. And this is an FBI official said that the agency created a national tip line to report the drones. But they are saying of the 5,000 tips they've received, less than 100 leads have been generated and deemed worthy of further investigative activity. This is again, the officials reiterated that they have found no indication of criminal activity, foreign interference, malicious intent, or a threat to safety and national security. Though, that said, you did have some New Jersey lawmakers pushing back against the claim by federal officials that most of the drones are actually manned aircraft, arguing instead that's not what they were told in briefings, or just saying that they don't believe those statements based on what they've personally witnessed.
Bro, it's invasion of privacy, bro. All right? It doesn't matter if they're far away. It's still invasion of privacy when it comes to like people that live in New Jersey. They make them feel like, yo, like what the hell is going on? Why are all these things in the sky? Come on, like, and they're flying over us. Like, what's up?
Witnessed or heard about in their state. But then also at the same time, we saw Senator Andy Kim of New Jersey actually walking back a video that he shared on X showing what appeared to be a cluster of drones flying near a reservoir in the state, with him there openly acknowledging that after further analysis, he determined that the crafts were almost certainly planes. And then also touching on this, you had Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas going on ABC News yesterday to say,
there's no question that people are seeing drones. Some of those drone sightings are in fact drones. Some are manned aircraft that are commonly mistaken for drones.
Video.
And we do see duplicative reporting. But there's no question that drones are being sighted. Let me set the record straight here, George. There are thousands of drones flown every day in the United States. Recreational drones, commercial drones. That is the reality. And in September of 2023, the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, changed the rules so that drones could fly at night. And that may be one of the reasons why now people are seeing more drones than they did before, especially from dawn to dusk.
With Mayorkas then going on to say that Congress needs to expand the ability of federal, state, and local authorities to crack down on drones. Though on that note, we have seen some significant efforts here. But Mayorkas and other federal officials have consistently said they're channeling considerable resources, personnel, and technology to address the situation. And just yesterday, New York Governor Kathy Hochul announced that federal officials are sending a drone detection system to her state. Though she also echoed Mayorkas' call for Congress to give state governments more power to deal directly with drones, an idea that's been backed by other lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, with some, including President-elect Donald Trump, also arguing that relevant authorities should be given the ability to shoot the drones down. So for now, we're gonna have to wait to see if any of that happens.
Can't deny, I agree. That, I mean, you know, some gun enthusiast people should go out there and go ahead and do what you got to do. Just shoot them down, because it's like, bro, come on, bro. Like, unless they're aliens, that'd be crazy. But if they're, come on, like, tough luck to whoever owns those things, right? Like, you should have been doing that. Yo, this reminds me of Balloon Gate, bro. Like, it's getting handled exactly almost like Balloon Gate. This is crazy, bro.
Happens as well as if we ever get any real clarity here. But in the meantime, right, the general air of mystery around DroneGate has just created a lot of space for conspiracy theories to flourish. With this, including one unverified theory that took over the weekend after being amplified by Joe Rogan. And that, in large part, coming from a now viral TikTok posted by a man by the name of John Ferguson, who's the CEO of a remote aircraft system company in Kansas. And in this 9-minute video, Ferguson said that he believed that the drones are being used to detect a gas leak or radioactive material, with him arguing that they wouldn't be flying so low and at night unless they were trying to smell something. With Ferguson launching into what's been described by some as a rambling and confusing explanation where he seemed to be heavily implying that the drones are being used to track down a nuke that went missing when President Reagan shut down the nuclear program with Russia.
What? Okay. This is a new one. This is a new one to me. Let's go.
and claiming that an unnamed source told him that he had alerted the government about a nuclear warhead from Ukraine that was, quote, heading towards the United States. And then, seemingly implying that he thinks the Biden administration ignored that warning because it wants to go to war with Russia, and adding,
This gentleman that I
What the F is going on? Right? Like, why? Just why? Just to go to war with Russia? You're willing to do that? Like, do such an inside job type mission? That would be insane.
had spoken with, who was trying to raise the alarm to try to get somebody in the government to say, hey, we need to work together to go try to find this nuclear warhead. None of that ever happened. They knew that warhead was on its way to the United States. That's all that ever came of it. Nothing ever happened. This government did not do anything at all to help this gentleman raise the alarm and raise awareness that there is a very deadly weapon on its way to the United States.
Yo, what? This guy, bro. That's a pretty big reach on his end. Do I feel like that's true? Yeah, probably not, man.
these drones that has got me genuinely concerned. But this also is we've now seen a ton of people pushing back at first.
All right, let's see the pushback. Let's see the pushback.
About these drones that has got me genuinely concerned. But this also is.
All right, let's see this pushback. Yeah, right, Mr. TikTok CEO. Like, we're all going to believe that a missing nuke is just casually being searched for with drones at nighttime, because that's totally how that we handle misplaced nuclear weapons, with the same urgency as finding a lost TV remote. In the 10-minute video, clearly that's all the time we need to explain something as mundane and everyday as a nuclear weapon going AWOL. Bravo for keeping concise and utterly believable. A total BS. I feel that. That's true too. All right, these are logical facts that are being presented here.
We've now seen a ton of people pushing back at Ferguson's claims,
Love the setup here. I'm an expert in drones. Let me talk about hearsay regarding nuclear proliferation and lost warheads instead. Okay.
That they are totally unverified, and saying that there is no evidence. This is just pure speculation. But with all this, you had Rogan casting doubt on the claims by top government officials that most of the drones are actually legally operated manned.
This is what the kids call sus. White House says drones seen over New Jersey are lawfully operated manned aircraft. We have not been able to, and neither have state or local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual sightings to contrary. Huh. Okay.
And aircraft, with them arguing that those claims are sus, and then adding, I want to believe it's Adderalled up incels holed up in a basement fucking with the man more than I want it to be aliens. But ultimately, this is where we currently are. It's a very
I feel like, I don't know. When it comes to conspiracies, Joe used to be fun with it, but now it's just like, this type of stuff is like, you, sir, are not, I don't know, man. Joe lost his conspiracy heart, to be honest. Like, this is not a good one, bro.
Situation of not knowing what the fuck is actually going on. And all this open space of not knowing the mystery and the secrecy, it just opens up the situation for misinformation to flourish. For conspiracies ranging from comical to possible to just blow up. But of course, know that while we wait to get more definitive information, we're going to keep an eye on this and keep you updated. But then let's talk.
Yeah, man. But that's DroneGate. That is officially DroneGate. There's a lot of conspiracies being thrown out there that are fun, that are interesting. I don't know, man. It's a thing that bothers me is like the way the government is handling it. Like, they're trying to be too secretive about it. It's like, bro, just be honest, be straight up, bro. Like, no need for this. But anyway, catch y'all laters.